I'm assuming that is because I too have had, I had trouble uploading a lot of videos.
Well, uploading is always spotty, from what I understand.
Well,
But you should be able to play it anytime that you
at
want.
least I think sometimes it's spottier sometimes than
Yes,
others.
probably.
But anyway, so the deal is this. Though I get a whole lot of YouTube videos that I've been getting that I push play on that are on other people's sites and sometimes even my own videos, and it won't play, or it will say this video is no longer available. And sometimes if I'll go to if I will go to the page and click on the page, and it'll come up usually and say this is not available. And if I refresh, and then it'll pop up and it'll play the video for me. I'll like hit it and it'll catch and it'll say it's happening, and it'll give me the video.
That's annoying.
Oh yeah. So there's a lot of glitching, but you got to understand these folks are streaming a lot of information. They've been growing so fast.
Oh yeah.
You know that it's a lot to keep up with, and I'm sure they're running the technology on the edge for what they've got. They probably cannot replace their servers fast enough with new processors in them just to even keep up with the speed that they need to do. That's about my guess. And this thing that it hadn't dawned on me until you said it, but Google Records, is that what it's called?
No, I'm doing
Google Music
video.
No. The Google Music. You said they were signing bands.
Oh,
Google signing vans?
What was it?
MySpace is doing the...
MySpace Records.
Yeah, MySpace Records. I was trying to figure what are you talking
Okay,
yeah,
well,
MySpace Records.
MySpace Records. That
Yeah.
would be the same as Google, wouldn't it?
No.
Is MySpace not part of Google?
Different animal.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Totally. Now, the only thing is Google and YouTube. They're together. And like I told you before, YouTube short, Google long.
Right.
But you push that aside, and you get a whole other world going on. We can
So
do
it's
like
it's-
MySpace TV, MySpace Music, MySpace Records.
Uh-huh.
And they have bands. I got take
okay.
bands all over the country.
All
All over the
right.
place.
MySpace
MySpace
is tied in with.
themselves.
Okay. All right. Who's YouTube tied in with?
Google.
Okay.
There's also Vimeo.
Okay. Well then it's MySpace. Well, why? Okay. What they need then is YouTube Records or Google Records.
Google Records.
Because
I'm sure Google must have some kind of an outlet.
I'm sure
that we
they
don't know off the top of my head.
But I'm sure that
affiliate.
I'm sure that all of them get a lot of really good information about what's hot.
It's getting harder and harder to go to a normal avenue. I mean,
What
without an attorney.
What we need to do, you and I need to go to wherever they are, San Francisco or Silicon Valley or wherever the guys that started Google, the guys that started YouTube and that kind of stuff, and we need to go and have a talk with them and say, we see a potential here, and we would like to produce. On their end, they can see who's hot. And on my end, I don't know if you know, I'm a pretty good producer. Have you ever seen my serious works?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And, what's your name? Because don't forget, Roy's played on a lot of your things that you've done. Roy Andrade. Carol Fridley.
Who's that? Carrie
Fridley.
Fridley. Uh-huh. Yeah.
He did banjo and violin and whatnot on that. So, I mean... our paths have crossed many times, we just didn't know it.
Okay.
Even in the past.
Would you recommend uploading a bunch of stuff to MySpace TV?
Well, the problem is MySpace TV is still short version. You can't do super long
The
stuff.
other thing, too, is you can't blow it up. You can't make the video big.
I think that the stuff that Ralph recommends, probably most of that will take long videos.
And I've taken some.
Check. Have you seen the list?
I've seen the list, but I have not been able to sit down. This is my first time to be able to be out of WORK.
Right. Well,
Your
you know,
stuff
I'm-
is more of a short.
Which one was the one
I have to
that you
reassimilate
got-
myself
you
to the
had
rest
right.
of
So
the world right now.
so spend your holiday sitting in front of a computer.
That's
Then,
so too.
that's what I'll
YouTube
do.
wouldn't be
My
allowed there
phone is
either.
off.
Well, I was wondering which website were you on?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
look,
kicked you off?
is our room sideways?
That's crazy.
Or is it the
There's
TV?
some really bad stuff online that I can't believe.
Well, but not Google Video.
Does it look any better now, or is it still sideways?
Who's ringing? Oh, you're ringing?
Ring ding ding ding.
No actual boobies on Google.
Hello? Are you watching me on TV?
So censored.
You can get around. I know you had a problem.
Uh-huh. Are you watching me on
If
TV?
you can get them,
They're not.
we have other. There's ways around.
You know the Bob picture with the face?
Yeah.
Well, no.
I
What
Well,
I
you
was
call me
thinking
when I'm
was
done.
you
I'm
could
done
take a
after
picture,
7, and
right,
I'll have to.
yourself,
So about
and with your hat on,
7:15,
and
7:30.
you
Give me a
could
call
do, like,
then,
your
will you
own Bob,
please?
but have like
All
a
right.
bumper sticker
All right, bye.
style thing with your face on both sides, and then in the middle it'll say
Just my
pleasure sensor
my,
or something,
my
and it-
maniacally
and
grinning
it'll
face
float.
over the boobies. Yes. Okay.
But it could be like the Bob, but your version.
That's an idea.
A
But you
pleasure
need a pipe.
sensor.
You need a pipe.
The pleasure sensor. And then it'll just float as they dance like a little bumper sticker. It'll be like
My problem is that if I hype it, I've only got one freaking episode with it.
Uh-huh.
There's no stake to my pathetic sizzle.
That's okay. This is URTV. You
Yeah.
can do. You can do every. You can. What is it called?
That's how you could get
Suspension of. I want to say
Do you wanna see
believability.
more?
What is
Yeah,
it? Suspension of
contact
Ah, there.
realism or whatever. You know. Reality.
There you go.
Suspension
The
of
whole PayPal
reality.
link, contribute to the boobies and pleasure saucer fund or something like that.
All right. Oh
But that,
Wow.
I think that works with the hat and everything.
Oh.
Do your own.
well, let's
You
see.
can make a scratch and sniff. Suck on this.
You can make
Right. Okay.
You can
Well,
say
anyway, our 4:20 roll ended at 4:20 this time instead of starting at 4:20 in the AM.
In the morning realm.
If it worked right, that's right. Oh, here's Isaac again. You can hear a little bit. Let's see. Oh no, not that one. I can hear it. You can't hear it.
Go back.
Here.
Anyway, you want to wait at 4:20 stop. We're gonna be caring what time it is.
No, I will.
Mental faculties of the grasp.
Why didn't you tune in sooner?
Why didn't you tune in sooner?
We are YUK and you're watching the 420 roll.
Same thing.
Like not scary.
That was live. I'm like,
Okay. Now it was. Say the name of it again. Oh, they got it. Never mind. I got it. Ta-da. There we go. Yeah. Y'all keep talking. Let me stop you.
Oh, okay.
I'm living over here in headphone world. It's kind of like being in a
You're getting to
little
the point
box.
where you go, I don't care if people write stuff on me while I'm asleep. I really want to take a nap.
I've gotten there, but not writing on me.
I don't know. I'm usually asleep when that happens.
I was babysitting some kids and they're jumping on me and pulling my hair and everything else. And Jonathan's sister was like, "How are you sleeping through this?" And I'm like, "I'm that tired." And it was funny because I had like a pillow on either side of me and I was kind of like curled up in the corner of the couch and I got a blanket kind of just around my neck, you know, like a
Right.
shawl. And they're just
Whoops. What was that?
pulling my hair and I'm just like, yeah.
Ah, kids, pure evil.
I need to run and put this out in the car. Y'all keep some kind of hot conversation going on. One of y'all.
Talks amongst yourselves. Here, let me give you a subject.
Microwave.
So I'm
light
figuring that this
stoves,
weekend may be a
fire.
good time to reinitiate my bid for the Republic of Cherokee.
Okay.
Yes, so that's a better name than the Blue Ridge Autonomous Zone.
I like the Blue Ridge Autonomous Zone.
I do too, but it's more a description than an actual title.
Because we've had a Blue Ridge Autonomous Zone actually going for quite a while. And particularly if you get into certain regions out in Madison County
Right.
and stuff like that where they've not seen automobiles yet. And I joke,
I
of course.
discovered something very interesting. I did not know about this. You ever hear of the state of Franklin?
The state of Franklin.
Franklin, yes.
No, tell us.
It was evidently in order to pay off debts after the Revolutionary War. North Carolina basically sold what is now eastern Tennessee to the United States government. That used to be part of North Carolina.
Well, Franklin's out that way.
Yes, but it used to be the people who lived there were not happy with that situation, so they decided to form their own state. And for a brief time, they were their own sovereign nation because they were not under control of the United States of America, even though they.
So you'd like to reinstate, of course, the state of Franklin.
Well, but that's still Eastern Tennessee. But I would like to see that happen as well.
Well, that's still Eastern Tennessee. It doesn't need to be Eastern Tennessee. East Tennessee doesn't need that, nor does it need Tennessee. Do you know what they have in Tennessee?
What do they have?
They have wild people in Tennessee. Just like in places that they have wild animals, you go far enough into the woods, you get wild animals. In
Right.
Tennessee, they have wild people there. I have found by a visit to Tennessee. My friend Juan Matataw, who lived in Eastern Tennessee, well, he lived in Tennessee.
Right.
And he... I went to visit him, and he was all fretting. He had loaned his pickup truck to a fella down the road, and the fella had failed to bring the pickup truck back. And so this had been a couple of weeks now, and finally Juan was fretting about his pickup truck.
Yes.
And he says, I'm going to have to go get my pickup truck, Well, he went down the road, and he came back, and he was fretting even more than he was. The bed was missing from the pickup truck, had been blown off the pickup truck,
I would fret myself.
blown off with dynamite. The bed had been blown off his truck with dynamite, and the fella he had loaned it to was embarrassed to bring the truck back with the blown off bed. So So it turns out that, and so he found out someone had like driven by and thrown a stick of dynamite out of the car or something into the bed of this pickup truck, and it had blown the bed off the pickup truck, and
You sound like fascinating people.
So Juan goes down to the local sheriff, and he says, I want to report that the bed has been blown off my pickup truck with dynamite. And he says the sheriff, this is how the sheriff reacted to it. He says, oh, that's just the old so-and-so brothers throwing dynamite again. And that's as far as it went.
Wow.
And that's what I call wild people.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, not only are they not, they're not civilized. See, they're wild. You know what I mean? They're not even. I wouldn't even consider that housebroke.
But
God.
dang, that's wow. Okay. Go Franklin. The ideal situation would be have the Republic of Tennessee and the state of Franklin next to each other, so we could trade peacefully, or at least throw wild parties.
Now, who was I talking to who lived in Hialeah, Florida? I know it was, and to talk about a small world, okay? This happened in the 70s, maybe 80s. This happened in the 80s probably. It was in the 80s when the dynamite and all that would have been in the 80s. Okay, and Juan Matataw had come up to visit me, and then I had gone to Tennessee and visited him because he had moved to Tennessee by that point. But Doris, Matt's girlfriend Doris, right? And I got to talking, and she said, "Oh, my grandmother used to live in Hialeah." And I said, "Well, I used to live in Hialeah, and several blocks behind the racetrack." She says, "My grandmother lived a couple of blocks behind the racetrack." And I said, "Well, you remember the gas station that used to have a big giant man there holding a tire in his hand, And she says, "Yes, you could see that gas station from my grandmother's house." And I said, "Well, that gas station used to belong to Juan Matataw."
Oh, no.
Yeah, in the 60s, that gas station belonged to Juan Matataw. And so, I mean, is this a small world?
It's a small world.
This is a small world. It's a small world after all. And we all crawl out on our knees. It's a small world after all. I'm going to put this in the car because I'm afraid I will wind up losing it if I don't. And I'm crazy to see what it does if I plug it in. And
I couldn't run it on mine because I didn't want to expand it because I got a Mac.
yeah, I'm saying you've
That'd
got
be
it.
silly.
Yeah, I assume it's for PC.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not 100%. It might not be for PC.
No, it's got to be because the other part is Windows
Oh, it says Windows on it.
On the yeah, take a look.
Oh, Windows.
Office Net. That's what comes picked. That's what comes.
Windows Zip, it says.
Office Net Suite Windows.
Oh.
Zip. That comes packaged with the software that they give. That you're supposed to get bundled with it.
Oh,
Okay?
really?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if it
In
doesn't
other
work,
words,
don't
it
worry.
requires Office in order to
That's what
run
it said. That's what it said.
their
So-
stuff. Yeah, they can't run their stuff if you don't have Office,
Something
so they
like that.
bundle it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you either get it or you don't.
I
You work
understand.
it or you don't. It works or it don't.
Really?
Nope.
Really? No. Oh, you telling me if I have trouble with this, you won't help
I
me?
take no disclaimers.
Huh?
I take no disclaimers.
Okay.
Like it's not like I could test it out.
Right. I
So
just.
I-
I
You know, I'm
understand.
just giving you what I got. I'm the
Oh,
middle
that's
guy.
great.
So it's more than what you got already.
That's great. Now you made it on a Mac.
That doesn't mean it's data. Data's data, data, data.
It should be
Data.
data. A data file.
I need data.
It's just. It's
Data-
just.
You have a problem with flash drives, don't you?
If okay,
I
if you
have
put
all
data, if you put data for, I don't even know this. If you put
I have
da-
PC and Mac, so that's PC and Mac compatible. So don't
It
worry
is?
about
Okay.
It's data, 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 data.
Okay.
Unless you're-
I'm not trying to give you a hard time. It's just
Okay,
it just
I'm
comes natural. Okay.
Unless your computer is virus ridden.
We don't do
No, no, no.
Oh, but we do viruses quite a bit, evidently.
Really? You being attacked? Or?
Well, no, that's why it didn't work on my computer or my brother's computer.
Why didn't what? You-
Downloading a episode on the DVD from here and trying to upload it on my computer or my brother's computer, because evidently we have enough viruses to kill us all.
Really?
Oh, really?
All in free country.
I thought y'all work Macs.
No.
Oh.
Our home computers are PC.
Okay. Awesome.
I had to take it to an internet cafe and upload it there.
Right, like they don't get viruses. Isn't that weird? I understand.
Well, they were running Linux, so
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yes.
Linux is a good thing. I've enjoyed it. What is it? They got that Ubuntu
yep, they're
version
they're
and stuff
running
now,
which is a quite nice program. It looks
I
very
enjoyed
nice.
it. I ran it for a brief period on my laptop. I take my laptop to, as you do too, don't you, to the coffee shop,
Right.
And because I can run BitTorrent there and stuff like that, and you know, it's good.
Well, if my G5 was a little more portable.
Right?
They say it is, but
Is
I've
it a
taken
dual,
few
is it a
places
dual
on-
processor or a single? It's a single,
It's
right?
first generation.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
Those ultra thin, or the
Air
Air
port.
ones,
Yeah, Air Mac.
if you get a portable Mac hard drive and plug that in there, is that just like working with a regular Mac?
Yeah, it's an external.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
even that, the processing power of that.
Oh yeah,
Air
yeah,
would be fine.
yeah. Everything's the same. It's just that it's a different footprint. Everything's still the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
An external hard drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, highly recommended actually. Yeah, I run two external hard drives. I'm not a Mac, but I'm running two external hard
If I had
drives.
to quote unquote scratch, I'd be doing
and,
it.
and an external burner. You know.
Yeah, I got 2 external burners, and I got about 8 hard drives on the outside.
on USB, and I'm about to come on with a new external burner on the FireWire. Which, I don't know if you noticed, but that was FireWire input on the
Yeah.
machine.
How much would a CD DVD duplicator machine cost?
Here we go.
That's what this is the software to run. I've got one at home.
If you go to the right place, please.
Well, no, I'm just thinking they're charging $10 for duplication here.
Yeah. Oh, but it costs what? A good one costs what? $1,000, couple thousand.
Yeah,
Oh.
12 or 1600.
Yeah, pretty much for
Premium,
starters, for
or-
anything any good. Those are starters, and it goes on up. And if you want to get serious, you're looking at 7,000 and stuff like that. If you're getting 7,000, but I don't think you get anything that's serious under 1,000. Do
No,
you?
unless you're gonna do right.
12, 14.
After that,
Yeah, I'll
you
tell you
jump
who
up.
got one. One of the current like entry level ones. That is Devine got one. Talk to Devine.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that I thought it'd be really cool if I didn't know it was 1,000, but
Devine just got one. See what she got hers for. She got that model.
She's got the one
Everybody's
printer, and she's
getting right
happy
now.
with it.
okay.
It's the one everybody's getting right now.
I think one of our fundraisers would be really cool if we devoted the money to that, to getting a duplicator,
Wow.
because that would really help out URTV. I think.
Definitely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
We'd get them for cheaper. They could charge a bit more for getting them. It'd all work out for everybody.
Do you know what a thing it called? Let me see what I can think. I can't think what the thing's called now. Power File. Do you know what a Power File 200 is? A Power File 200 holds at least 200 or more CDs or DVDs in like a donut all around. It's like it's a jukebox.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and it holds them all the way around in a circle, and it's
This
got,
way?
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. It makes a big donut of them,
Okay.
and then it has two readers or burners in it, and so it can actually be reading one while it's putting another one up and picking up another one and stuff like that, and so you can you could run a facility like this off of one of those things. You could just program what show's going to be next, and it's boom, boom, boom,
Just
boom.
let it go.
Just let it come right out of that. But you could also tell it to burn a DVD, and then put it down and get the next blank and burn one and put it down
going,
and
right.
get So it could be you could run a facility like this off of one of those. You could duplicate one if you wanted. You could have one of your burners burning while the other one was playing a show.
See, I'm surprised Rocco doesn't make one of those set it, forget it things for that.
They sell these. They quit making these things. I see them on eBay. I keep a look on them on eBay, and they always go for more money than I've got. They want to get about $500 for one that burns.
They know it still works. You know, you can still. The technology is still. That's still now.
They've got firewire in and out. So they got 3 firewire connectors on the back of them.
So you
And,
daisy chain.
yeah. Yeah, and what they're for is to keep like offices that like update their info every week or every day or something like that, so they can just pull number 224 and 60
Incremental.
out and replace that
Right.
information. Which you can do the same thing on a hard drive now, but but you've also got your disk then. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. So that's just it's just a way to keep up with a whole bunch of discs and then make them accessible to everybody in the office.
Right.
And that's what they're mostly used for. But I was looking at them in audio video. That appears to me that they would be that you could run this whole facility off of one of those. You could play all the shows.
That would be cool.
And then if you wanted to make duplicates, you can burn the shows just as well. I mean, it just seemed a natural to me, and particularly for the price. I mean, you can spend $25,000 for a server that does it, But these things are going for $500 on eBay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're not helping the economy when you buy cheap. You gotta
Well,
buy
I'm
big
thinking.
to help the economy.
I'm also thinking about building my own anarchy TV studio as the alternative studio. So that where I would be open during hours, for instance, that this place wouldn't be open. It might or might not, depending on if I could get linked up. It might or might not be able to be good for live shows.
Oh, that'd
but
be sweet.
but certainly because that would require cooperation in
Right.
order to get linked up to do live. But we could certainly produce there on things like Mount Dungeon. We've talked for a while about Mount Dungeon. At one point was thinking about if we had another studio even to work in, but of course we have realized we can never get such a good deal.
Right.
But I was thinking about putting some system together that was, how can I say,
Autonomous.
a cheaper system.
Oh, okay.
Off-site.
Yeah.
A backup system.
Well, Randini is. He's building one.
Is it?
Yeah, Randini. Well, he has a video company. He has video production. That's one of his things. And so, I probably, maybe I ought to just. Oh, by the way, Randini, why haven't you come to the tea party?
Where did you
We
go?
miss Randini. We haven't seen him in so long. God, how long's it been since anybody's seen Randini?
I haven't seen him at
A
all.
good month at least. if
Oh,
not
more than that.
Did he come to the media fest or anything? No.
I don't
No.
think so.
I don't remember seeing him.
He's working on a house or something. Right?
Yeah.
Something.
That's what they say. And but anyway, I just want to do it because it would be fun. I'm a crazy technical thing, so I've been buying distribution amps. See, I've got this one to hook up in here to drive the line that drives up
Will it
there.
amplify and clarify?
Right. Well, I have another one in the car. I have another one. I should go get the one I've got in the car and bring it and show you. It's It's an EQ. I can adjust the gain, and I can equalize it for like up to a 500-foot cable run
cool.
and stuff like that, you know. But I'm too chintzy to put that one. I'll just see this one does some of the same. You know what I mean? It's a driver. You know, all I got to do is
Not that early.
So these are all BNC connectors?
615.
yeah. I have to terminate these, except the ones I'll use to drive.
Right.
So anything that's not driving, I'll terminate, and then use the others as drivers. And I mean that's the point of having something like this really is to drive a line, you know. And so I think it'd be an improvement to drop the line off this. But the EQ is even better. You want me to go get it? I can go put this up. I'll bring it.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a hard enough time.
We actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I went right in and I said 5's one thing, but 3:30,
Yeah.
no can be. I said, honestly, I'll come in, but I'll be junk. I mean, I won't know my own name, so you might as well just like not bother. You might as well have people serve themselves because I'm not gonna deal with that. Self-serve. But yeah, I hear you. I have to work morning tomorrow and the night Saturday, and then the next 2 weeks I got all mornings. I'm in trouble.
Hopefully, I'll be meeting with my marketing person on Tuesday. I may have a marketing person, someone
Cool.
whose job it will be to get sponsors for my show on commission.
There you go, so you don't have to work so hard.
Exactly.
See, because that was our problem. That's why we.
You know what Jonathan had a mind-blowing idea.
Also,
We should start taking real estate photos if you're a photographer and getting hired because when you look at the virtual tours online for houses,
They're horrible.
all you see is the front of the house, the back of the house next door, the picture of their dog, but you don't actually see all the rooms.
Well, the problem is they don't want to.
And then when they take a picture, it's
I know. They don't want to pay anybody. That's the problem.
that is a problem. But if you could actually get hired by like Remax to do the website and do their photos and be like a freelancer, you do go out and travel to these places, and I think it would actually be a pretty good idea if you're working for multiple companies, you know, or at least one that's.
Well, you do the MLS
lucrative.
thing, an overall.
sorry, didn't mean to.
Oh no, I was done.
I think a lot of the problems with this, because people have tried this idea before, we've tried this idea before. We've always approached it with going commission first, as in, okay, if you find someone, you get to keep 20% of what you're getting.
Yeah.
That has not produced the best results. So I am going to give an advance. I'm gonna give her $100, and when she uses up that much in commissions, I'll start paying her 20% out of that. But to start off with $100 advance, 'cause I think that
Something to entice them
it
to.
would motivate more, I think. And hopefully, if she finds this easy enough to do for my show, which my show probably the hardest one to do, I imagine, she'll. I'm gonna point her towards other URTV shows.
Well, if you stayed with the same that you started with, then there are plenty of places on the way to Hendersonville that would be happy to.
You would think that,
Well, you know, you would think that, but you
but
don't.
A, it's not really put into their marketing plan to advertise on
So
television.
they're not.
And B, according to one person I talked to, the establishment I approached was too busy putting coke up their nose to spend any of it on
Oh, really?
advertising. So.
You got that. I hear that now.
Well, there's how secure their business is then.
Unfortunately, it's a rough and tumble market. So,
Well,
but I mean, maybe I may have just approached them wrong, which is why I'd like to get someone who actually knows what they're doing to approach them.
Yeah.
All I know is we all need to come up with some powerful force that can make money that's in business, so that we can all live a little more.
Yeah, 'cause see,
comfortably.
That would be nice.
I'm not working today, okay? But I'm not making money today. I shouldn't have to worry about that. I should be making money
Residuals,
and
baby. That's what it
relaxing.
said. Yeah.
You know, not I don't.
I still think my DVD kiosk idea is a good one. I just need enough money to capitalize it.
Yeah.
Don't you think it'd be a good idea?
I thought it would be pretty cool.
I was hoping we could have had something set up before the Media Fest, because, I mean, I wasn't picturing the Media Fest the way it was in the first place. You know?
Right.
When I first heard about the Cinnabar and the celebration, I was picturing somebody's setting up a Lincoln Continental out front where we can all walk in the back door and stepping film to the red carpet to the beginning of the. You know, I thought it was gonna be that special.
Right.
And maybe that's how it could be next year, but.
I don't think we did do it at Cinnabar then. Cinnabar's in the middle of nowhere. We need walk-in.
Well, you know, we were also talking before maybe doing the Grove Park or something. We need a ritzy place.
That's where
but
you
a lot
do
of us
ritzy,
do not
yeah,
belong in
sure.
ritzy places.
No?
Yank, yank, nod, nod.
Fine Art Theater.
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Firestone? What?
Fine art.
Fine Art Theater.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah,
solid
yeah, no,
ritziness,
definitely,
But
yeah.
decided to love class in certain respects.
But it is in an artsy way, you know, I mean, it's.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we were talking about how you were working for the Nazis.
Now I'm fired.
Really?
Now I'm
I
fired, he
don't know why I
says.
needed money.
Huh?
What Nazis were you working for?
The
Was it
Nazis.
Himmler? You were working for Himmler, weren't you?
Who?
Himmler.
The
Gory. Goebbels. Mingela. What? Dish. Sorry.
he's just working for one of those
The
international
company I work for,
corporations.
They're straight out of Germany.
One of those international corporations built on Nazi
Well,
warbucks.
I could say the mother name, Bertelsmann.
Mother load.
Okay.
You know, so I'm part of their arm.
I got you.
And
A tentacle of the octopus.
Founded
Okay.
strictly on Nazi warbucks. I'm just making that
I know.
up. I'm just making that up.
So what do you do for the
I'm in the
strong Germans?
replication part.
Replication.
Boys from
replicate
Brazil,
CDs and
eh?
DVDs and
Okay. You know boys from Brazil?
Yeah.
What they were doing, replicating.
Oh, you don't know about that story?
Go ahead.
Well, it's a movie from the 60s or 70s
Okay.
called The Boys from Brazil. The
Are
story
there any
is,
cookies left?
there's
Wow.
Let me have it. Okay, tell me about the boys from Brazil.
Well, everyone knows that the Nazis went to Argentina and South America after the war. The idea being that one of the Nazi scientists went there as well and was cloning Hitler. And they arranged for the clones to have the same life as Hitler so that when he grew up, he would be the same as Hitler and thus lead the world to a Fourth Reich. So that's essentially the story about
No,
these.
I heard about that. And
They
they
make Hitler.
and they had finally chosen one of these boys to be the replacement. And all these old generals and stuff came and asked him. They said, "Please, come and lead us again to Nazi world domination."
Right.
And he said, "Okay." He says, "But this time," he says, "no more Mr. Nice Guy." Yeah, that's right.
But the thing is about movies of any conspiratorial event is that you get the script,
Uh-huh.
you get the Burger King cup tie-in, and you get the wacko fringe group who believes it's actually happening.
Oh, yeah.
So now there's the conspiracy of the boys from Brazil, thinking there actually is some plan to clone people down there or something like that.
Right.
So,
well, there is, isn't there?
Actually, it's more in Paraguay than Brazil. We won't go into that.
Okay.
But so that's what the boys.
And here I thought it was like a B grade porn flick or something, But go ahead.
I think that was the girls from Argentina.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
But anyway, or the
The boy from Ipanema.
or no, it was the boys on Brazil. That was the name of it.
Boys on Brazil are the boys from Ipanema. Is that what you said?
Something like that.
Sorry. Anyway,
Whatever.
sorry. Digression.
Look at her. She was making a silly face. I got you laughing, didn't I? Yeah.
That's what I'm here to do. I'm kind of here to listen.
Well,
I like stories.
so I guess we're looking for if Robert and I are not willing to pitch in and throw a party for the 4th of July, which is what Judson wants to do, then I guess we're looking for a party to go to this weekend or tomorrow, right? I guess we need a party tomorrow because if we can't throw one, we'll need to take Judson to one or something, So we'll just have to
I'm
see.
partying tomorrow.
I'm doing the fireworks tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So I can't miss that. I have to do at least one show.
Taping.
Where?
Everybody's doing them all at the same time.
Where are you doing them?
Oh, well, I was convinced to try to do the one in Weaverville, but I don't know exactly where they shoot them off.
We live in Weaverville.
Well,
I know
if you-
that, but I don't know where they.
If you can't get them in the one spot you're in, move 1 foot over, they should be there.
Yeah, there's just a mountain in your way.
Well, I go to the parking garage
Or
on the
a
corner of Emma.
Staples building.
See, if we knew where they did them in Weaverville, and if it was a place that you could see them really good, the best place to do them would be in our backyard.
Yeah, Mr. Walmart place.
Yeah. That'd be like one of the best places they could do them. Would be in our backyard.
And it won't hurt anybody because all you blow it up with dirt.
And if we could find out if they were gonna do it, but I don't think they'll be doing them in our
No, because
backyard.
they
But
do
if-
them so you can see them from Main Street.
Okay, but if they did them somewhere we could see them good from our house, we should stay home and have the party. See what I
I
mean?
could buy some fireworks.
We could shoot back. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Oh, guess what? We're coming on down to the wire, and it's time for me to throw an end roll into this insanity, and we've had our
Raw salmon, you
fireworks.
Start talking about rolls.
Huh?
I always want to eat raw salmon when you start talking about rolls. I don't know what it
Really?
is.
Okay.
Sushi rolls.
Great. Well, that's
Maki in
sounds like a
California,
personal
Philadelphia.
problem.
Well, at least you didn't say something else. You said a few things.
Well, let me tell you. Okay, we had Spanish mackerel. You cooked it up on
Right.
Sunday.
And nobody ate it at the
I
party.
just finished the last 2 pieces today.
And it was still edible.
Sure.
He's here.
But it was.
Well,
But it
except the
was.
last one was jerky.
It was fish jerky. I know. I knew the last piece I gave you was fish jerky. It was all a bit of fish jerky, but the last one must
I
have
don't think it was because. I don't know how I stuffed it in my little container at home.
It's a
but
custom-
it was the last one on the bottom, so I think the tops were.
been. Okay.
I think I rearranged
That was cool.
them. So,
Wow, that's a good effect. I like that.
Let's see if I can do
Cry
this.
theater.
look at that.
That's it right there. I'll leave our mics up. And then we'll do our end roll. Because we have our credits need to roll, and such as that.
Thanks.
I used to get the highlights.
My mother's not really happy
Cry
with
theater. I'm fine.
That's right. Always cry theater in a crowded fire.
Well,
The highlights shirt.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Why?
She works there. That's like a shirt.
now we have an end.
Well, I used to be with the
Just get a
highlights.
sponsor.
That was like my favorite time. It's like little toys and gadgets.
Also, she writes the
We got the Octopus Garden as a sponsor, and they have a new location that I haven't gotten by yet. I think it's on Merriman Avenue, and I need to run by there and get some photos. And if you're in the place, say hey to William and the boys. And here comes our other information. The Mad Scientist Tea Party is an extension of Anarchy TV. And here, you want to know what's going on in the background? It's too late. I have to.
slightly
There we are.
erotic monks
There
involved.
we are.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, everybody's.
Blow your hand off. We want to see you again on Monday or Thursday.
That's right.
I guess you can still come and watch TV without a hand, but you won't be able to use the clicker.
I'm in that position myself. Did I tell you what happened? I got into a cleaning jag with my room. I started cleaning like a madman.
No, don't do that.
I think I
Don't do
cleaned
that.
my remote out of my room and threw it away because I can't find the darn thing.
I got an extra large one they can't lose. Mine is
All
it's,
right.
it's that big.
Well, anyway, I lied to you. I didn't have that thing. I didn't have the thing. It wasn't in the car. It's at my home. But it's similar to this with the it has a single input on it instead of a feed through, and it's got 4 different adjustments on the front
Okay.
for
really
EQ and gain and stuff like that.
Does this come out of a rack?
Oh yeah, but what I was going to tell you is I've been amassing equipment. And I have distribution amplifiers. I have racks now of distribution amplifiers. And audio distribution amplifiers and video distribution amplifiers. And I don't know if you're familiar with a thing called Ward-Beck systems or not, but they have the best. And, and stuff like that. I've been...
In case you're wondering, no, nothing exciting happens after the show either.
So am I coming through okay?
Yeah.
So anyway, and so I've been getting switchers and control panels and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Now we're off, but this one may not be yet. So we'll let it. I don't know.
So I'm making a
we let it
video. I know you
run
probably
to
saw
the
the chicken one
end.
at one point.
I
or
did.
another.
I did.
I'm gonna make a new one.
So
kind
are
of,
these mostly things that you're putting in your garage?
I guess a spin-off from it, a little
Okay.
short. And the beginning
These
is
most
still
of the
gonna
things that you're
feature
putting
me
in your
flipping
garage?
through channels.
Some of them,
So I wanted to see if
Does it look like
you
I
wanted
could have
to
a
do
little field day in
puzzle
there?
up there.
Yeah,
Okay,
some of
sure.
I've got a storage bin.
Yeah, I can give you anything you need.
Okay.
It's got a lot of stuff in it.
Awesome.